Alright. They never have single combat, chat. Right? If they had single combat, they would have already done it like 3 turns ago, right? They never have single combat. We didn't need to play the other spell, but I kind of wanted to anyways, but it's fine. Alright. I think we might actually be back in the game now. That, yeah. Yeah, no, single is usually a 2-0, but I think, yeah. Yeah, wow. Huh. Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And today I'm bringing you a spicy pile that was suggested by us by Ptash, who's a great Legends of Runeterra player, part of the Red Puff Gamers, and which you might be familiar with Floppy Monkey, who won the past 2 seasonals, you know, probably the same team. And this deck that that Ptash suggested to me on stream is playing our friend here, Mischievous Marai. Now, you all might hate me for this, especially since yesterday we just showcased a Sirturmund, but today we're right back to the dark side, this time playing Seraphine. I know how much you all love the Seraphine gameplay, and this deck is exactly that. So this is going to be Bilgewater PNC with Seraphine, 2 Twisted Fates, 1 Viktor, and the reason we like 1 Viktor is because of the head score upgrade, letting us advance our Seraphine, and he also synergizes with the fact that we're playing double Glorious Evolution. In case that you actually get the Viktor on the field with the Glorious Evolution, everything counts as created and can get discounted further by the Viktor. But besides that, the key card in this deck is the new card called Mischievous Marai. I personally didn't think this card was going to be good, but honestly, in this deck, it feels really, really good. The idea is because the way that the playcast works is that, let's say that you have this in the field. When you commit a Mystic Shot on the stack, it's going to create the powder keg first. So that Mystic Shot is always going to deal 3, right? The key card that's really good in this is Caustic Rift. As soon as you put that Caustic Rift on the stack, you create a keg, and now your Caustic Rift is dealing 2. Imagine putting a lot of other spells before you actually do the Caustic Rift, and now you can imagine just how big that keg and that Caustic Rift can be to clear the opponent's whole board. That's where this deck shines. So it is like a pile that's just playing a lot of one-offs, and again, that's because we are playing Seraphine. At the end of the day, if we have a level of Seraphine and a level of Mischievous Marai on the field, then it gets ridiculous, right? Because every spell that Seraphine copies is going to be two kegs that are going to get summoned by the Mischievous Marai, and it just gets out of control really, really quickly. But the idea here is obviously PNC Bilgewater gives us a lot of removal. We have small stuff like Heavy Metal, High Note. Make It Rain is also really good with the Mischievous Marai, because again, your Make It Rain are now all dealing 2 or potentially more depending how many kegs you have. Mystic Shots, Caustic Rift, Get Excited, Sun Fumes, and then you get to like some more big removal that will have access to it, like its Bladerator, and you kind of go from there, right? It's pretty solid. You have a lot of value because you're able to play all these draw cards: Static Shock, Twisted Fate Blue card, Drum Solo, Inakaboros, Formula. We even play the Plutonian Stealth Stones, which most of the time you're using for Progress Day as well. So you have a lot of draw that stops you from running out of value. You get a lot of like nice removal, like all your small removal can be really impactful if you have this Marai on the field, and it just creates this crazy situation. Now, this deck, in my opinion, is really, really hard to pilot. Even in this video, I feel like there's probably some plays that I could have done better. So again, I'm kind of learning this deck. I just started playing it on stream yesterday. So bear with me if there is like an obvious line that I missed. Again, I'm just learning it, just like you all are gonna learn it by watching me play it today. Deck actually feels really solid. Don't know if this is the most optimized list, but I think there is something here. I think there is something here with this combination of PNC and Mischievous Marai. So, but anyways, thank you again, Ptash, for the deck recommendation. Hope you all enjoy the games coming up soon. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LoR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we're going against Braum Noxus, and we're going against Silo, so we're going against a really good player. But what are you cooking here with Noxus failure? How greedy is this Glorious Evolution? What am I going against? Is this like a... It could be Jayce, right? With Noxus, but like, why not play LeBlanc? So it makes me a little bit scared if I keep the Glorious Evolution. I'm gonna keep the TF, and I'm gonna keep the Mystic Shot. Because if it is like a Jayce, I might actually want to be able to kill the Jayce Yearling, right? with the Mystic Shot. So I think that's where the Mystic Shot comes into play. This is interesting. Not sure what really to expect here. We don't have the Mischievous Marai either. The Obliterator is nice because he can kill the Braum. And obliterate it, right? Opponent could have like a Trollshan, I guess. Okay, that's a pass. So still have no idea what the opponent might have in their hand. Double Mystic is not anything that we need. I'm gonna slap this Mystic now. Before the opponent can put like an equipment on it or put like Trollshan. Because they could easily be playing the 2-cost equipment, the Darking Spear. So I want to make sure that I can kill this now and not have to deal with the Darking Spear buffed up. This gives me access to the Aftershock, which can do kind of similar thing. It's a ramp deck? I should have gone for the Mystic Shot for the same logic that I said last turn, right? The same logic that I used last turn should have been applied to be able to actually go for the Mystic Shot there. I gotta see if the Twisted Fate, if we can potentially level him up. This is gonna give me 3 draw later. We can hit Splitterate and Braum. There's 2 options. I can go Sun Fumes here, or I can go Mystic Shot. Mystic Shot gives me access to the Head Splitterator next turn, so I can Head Splitterate the Braum. It is a Bone Club, wow. So Head Splitterator is nice, right? But if the opponent has like a Trollshan or any way to actually heal up, then this ends up getting punished. I guess I can wait. I don't have to do it right now, right? I can just wait and do both at the same time. Braum. It's just a Trollshan. If the opponent has exactly Trollshan, then this Obliterator gets punished. We could just pass. If the opponent decides to pass back, that's on them. We have to go for it. I think we have to go for it. And if the opponent has a Trollshan and we take the 7, then we take the 7. I can't play around it. Oh, perfect. So we get rid of the bones. We get rid of the bone because, again, the Obliterator obliterates. Unfortunately, couldn't get rid of the Braum, so Braum could potentially become an issue. Twisted Fate is going to slowly level up, though, unless the opponent has like an Avalanche or a Ravine. No Mischievous Marai is a problem, though. So we're going to be at 4. Progress State takes us to 7. Spirits Unleashed. Man, that's rough. If I go here, still not. It still does the same. Ebb and Flow maybe. The problem here is that the opponent will now be able to kill my Twisted Fate with the Braum. Ebb and Flow lets me get this to 3. The Braum will still be able to survive. I don't see a way that this makes sense, right? Yeah, I don't see a way that this makes sense. The punishment playing timelines is that we cannot. We're gonna have to we're just gonna have to let go of the. I'm gonna play the Sun Fumes here. I'm gonna have to just let go of the Twisted Fate, right? I don't think there's any way to save it because the Braum now has 1 power. We could technically go for the Caustic Rift next turn. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it now. Just set up for this to be triggered. Maybe the opponent just goes for the Twisted Fate instead of going for goes for the Seraphine instead of going. I mean, it makes no sense not to go for Twisted Fate, right? You definitely don't want this to level up. And we can definitely level it up really easily. Might have to be a Glorious Evolution type of play. That's gonna be rough as well. Oh man, everything here is rough. Yeah, everything in this matchup seems pretty rough right now. That's gonna be 9. I guess we can save Twisted Fate by going like this. Right? So we can actually keep the Twisted Fate alive.
Oh, you sound great.
Let the Seraphine potentially die. Question is, do we actually play for the ebb and flow? So at this point, my only out is keeping Twisted Fate alive and trying to level him up. The problem is that we're only at 5 next turn. Take card. So the opponent just trying to kill us at this point. Doesn't even try to go for... So doesn't even try to go for the kill. I think I just go here. Doesn't even try to go for the Twisted Fate kill. That's what I'm getting at. We have 2 options. I mean, I have to go Iron Akaboros first. I guess now we can set up the Mischievous Marai. And then go Iron Akaboros. Custody Rift is gonna cost me more than I would like. I think we might be okay though. I think we're able to clear the whole board because we have access to the Caustic Rift. So because we have access to the Caustic Rift, we can clear up the whole board. Twisted Fate is also very close to leveling up. I mean, doesn't die to the Braum. We need the opponent to not have access to the Tryndamere spell, right? If they have access to the Tryndamere spell, I lose. If they have access to the Tryndamere spell, I just lose. We're still a little bit off on this Caustic Rift as well. We're gonna have to actually go here. I guess we can keep... Oh no, but again, because of the fact that we had to... We can go like this, I guess. Right? Like if we go here... I guess we're okay. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter which way we block. I don't think it matters which way we block. If the opponent has an answer for this, they win the game, right? If they have an answer for this, they absolutely win the game. If they have a buff, they win. If they can save that Mighty Power, they win. We have no other way. We're 1 mana short from Transmugator. I can't play around it. Okay, so just like that, I think we might be back into the game. Twisted Fate levels up next turn too. Question is, does the opponent have the way to push the last 2 damage? They are playing Tusk Speaker. They are playing Tusk Speaker and they're playing Spirits Unleash, right? Either one of those could be a potential. Okay. Second Mischievous Marai. House Spider. Need a second Caustic Rift. Need a second Caustic Rift to really make things work. We can go...
I guess you can.
We could go Glorious Evolution, right? We can go Glorious Evolution into Ransom Riches and set up for like a really big red card.
Soak it in.
So Glorious Evolution, Ransom Riches, which gets duplicated by Seraphine. We could also just... Do we have lethal if we go for the warning shot? We might actually just have warning shot lethal, right? We go to 4, 5, 6, 7, red card. So if we go Ransom Riches, this is gonna that would be a suicidal move. We go here, we get the gold card. The problem is that the gold card is the one that's gonna like trigger. Then if we go here, we send back the Spesker. Copy. Oh no, we do have lethal, right? This should get us there. Warning shot for 11. 14, 15, boom. What a lethal there. Yeah, I forgot about the fact that the Seraphine duplicated the spells, right? So because Seraphine was on the field and we had double Mischievous Marai, we were able to just duplicate it and kind of go from there. So GG's. in this matchup, we're gonna against Varus Akshan. We do have a lot of, I mean, we do kind of have a lot of ways to deal with their units, but at the same time, we kind of don't. I want to look for the Mischievous Marai. I think it just carries this deck. Mystic Shot is not bad on turn 2 against Akshan. They might have a Shapestone and Momentous Choice, though. They kept 2 cards. So they kept 2 cards. So there's a good chance they have Shapestone or Momentous Choice. One of them was the Forsaken Bakai. Okay, so if they play Akshan now, we can just Mystic Shot them, right? Because they just tapped out of the 1 mana that they need to protect it. Okay. I don't think I play anything just yet. I do kind of like this Make It Rain though. I kind of like the idea of just getting rid of their units. I don't have anything better to do with my mana anyways. This Make It Rain might be better later on for my Mischievous Marai. But I think I'm fine, to be honest. I don't think it's necessary for me to kind of go all in just yet.
Don't look the other way.
What I'm not gonna do is that I'm not gonna play this Mystic, because I feel like I am gonna need this Mystic. I am gonna need this Mystic once we have the Mischievous Marai on the field. That I feel like is a given. Okay. So now the opponent needs to have access to Shapestone. Needs to have two answers, right? Needs to have Momentous and Shapestone, or double Momentous. So they need to have 2 answers here, and I'm okay eating up both answers. They don't have it, so Seraphine stays alive. And then next time we settle the Mischievous Marai. The only downside is that we don't really have anything here. Oh, okay. Let's set a gold card instead. No, right? Because we can settle the Mischievous Marai and just settle the gold card later. I think I like the Mischievous Marai better. Because we can play spells and then play the gold card afterwards.
I mean, shut up and fight.
I think if we can set this up, we're in a better spot than trying to just go for Twisted Fate right now. Too many Mischievous Marai, not enough Caustic Rifts.
I will end their cyclical war.
Do we just do it now? Opponent might be looking to just kill this Seraphine. They could have answers to a strike. So they can kill the Seraphine regardless. You know what? I'm gonna just slap it right now. I also kind of like the Serpent, but the stun seems pretty nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna set it up right now.
I'm always up.
The reason that I do it like this is so that the opponent cannot save it with a Shapestone or Momentous.
I'm a people.
He also makes it so that if the opponent attacks with the Vagabond to kill this, I guess the Seraphine stays, the Vagabond stays alive because he's gonna be able to have the heal. You need to be able to kill this Mischievous Marai, I think. We could potentially level up Twisted Fate because we have Formula. But we do need, and Time Trick, but we need a lot more draw. They need to kill this Seraphine now before she can level up. But I think as long as we have the Mischievous Marai on the field, we're chilling. They might have the strike. They might have gone for Furious Wilder. They didn't go for Furious Wilder? Wow. I'm kind of confused now. I'm actually very confused now. Here we start with the Coral Creature so that we have a blocker. And have access to Headsbliterator. This is not a bad draw. This is not a bad draw. Huh. Let's go Formula. Let's go Formula and just get some draw here. We can make it rain, and I mean, we have 2 more Mischievous Marais, right? So we don't really care if the first one dies. If opponent tries to do anything, we have enough mana for a Mystic Shot. The idea is that we can make it rain and just get rid of the whole board, right? More or less.
Rob them blind.
We'll get our licks in.
We take 4 right here, but that's okay. If we don't hit the Vagabond, I'm also okay with that. And we hit the Vagabond and we hit the Hunter. We literally hit the perfect... We hit the perfect curve that we needed. And we just Mystic. Do we Mystic? Do we even care, right? Again, I don't think we Mystic because we have 2 more of them in our hand. So I think I care more about letting that Merciless Hunter just straight up die than I do about having that first Mischievous Marai on the field. Especially because you already have Vulnerable as well. Opponent could go for Solani here, which makes the most sense. We go here. We can go ahead and go for the Time Trick. This Caustic Rift is so nasty. It's probably better to just start going for the wing, to be honest, but this Caustic Rift just seems like it's gonna be game saving, even if the opponent finds a way to come back, right? Like, how does he beat this Caustic Rift with the Mischievous Marai on the field? We can always hit Spliterator, and that will get rid of the Solani. Let's see what the opponent does first. Akshan? Akshan is not a big deal. He just literally dies to like a Mystic. I'm just gonna go ahead and slap this. That's gonna get rid of the equipment altogether. If the opponent tries to respond, we can play Caustic Rift. The opponent has no equipment attached, so they cannot have Furious Wielder. I just want to get rid of this Solani altogether. It's dealing 8, so... Rider Negation? Alright, alright. Can we get rid of the whole board? Is that better than doing anything else? So if we go here, and we go Caustic Rift, opponent still gets the Solani. And then we go like this, and the whole board goes bye-bye. And the opponent still loses no, yeah, well, we just cancel, right? Opponent still loses the Solani to the Obliterator. So the opponent still loses the Solani to the Obliterator. If we play nothing down on it, the opponent's just gonna be able to, yeah, I gotta save my mana instead. Opponent needs to have exactly a Spell Shield, right? And even that might not be enough. And if they develop anything, we just Crescent Strike. I honestly forgot about the fact that that my Caustic was gonna kill the Rider Negation target because opponent did it on the unit. I thought he would. I'm surprised he didn't just do it on the Nexus, right? So I didn't even play around that, to be honest. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here because I opted. No, that's not true because I can go for the Shakedown into Mystic, and that's enough to kill the Varus. So we can Shakedown into Mystic and the Varus just dies, and that should be game. So the only iffy part there was that I didn't need to commit that much for the Caustic Rift. The Caustic was really gonna kill everything, and then the Solani was still gonna die, right? So I didn't need to commit the spell that I did last turn. We just go Shakedown, just get rid of one of these units. And then we Mystic, and that's dealing 5. So the Mystic is dealing 5 because we have 3 powders that come from the Mischievous Marai, and that should be game. We can actually even kill the Keeper of the Box with the Parley this turn because it's gonna deal 2. Yeah, so everything was pretty clean except for that Caustic Rift. I forgot about the... Like, I didn't realize that the opponent actually did their unit instead of the Nexus, so GG's. In this match, we're going against PNC and Shadow Owls with no units. With no champions, sorry. What am I playing against? And should I keep Twisted Fate when I have so much draw? What if we just it is Shadow Isles and it's PNC, so Twisted Fate has a good chance of just straight up dying if it's like a more controlled deck. So I think I prefer to get the Mischievous Marai, which we did. I don't think there's a world where we can realistically level up Twisted Fate until we know exactly what the opponent's deck is. Okay, definitely not, right? So if they're playing that, they're then definitely also playing Mystic and stuff like that. I wish I kept the Make It Rain now, but it's okay. We'll take the 2. I don't think it's worth it to play the high note just yet, but maybe it is, because I mean, I'm gonna end up taking that damage anyways. But there might be something more worth it to play this high note on. Okay, well, I guess we should have just killed it, huh? Let's go ahead and play the Hinder now. This is gonna a more value target. This is gonna be just full on predict and hex crystal. So again, this Twisted Fate is never gonna live. Opponent might be looking to just kill us with the 4-drop, right? Okay, so what is going on? Ah, they want to just predict into the crystal. Okay, so they have 2 crystals and they just copy the Tantric. They just copied the Tantric. I don't think I actually care about taking these 2. I mean, it is a little bit hurtful. But if I play this Viktor here, it's going to be better for me. Set up the head score upgrade. Potentially have the Mischievous Marai down on the field. Gohar? Oh, it's a Gohar deck as well. So it's pack your bags and Gohar. Doesn't that counterproductive? Because now you have more Gohars in your deck, which means that you have less chance of getting your predicts. And we got the regen anyway, so we're chilling. That seems very counterproductive. Yeah, opponent has a car. That seems very, very counterproductive. I could technically play the Mischievous Marai first, right? You know what? Let's slap it. Because we have a second one, I don't care if this first one dies. I just want to set up... Okay, cool. I just want to kind of set up the things. We don't get to do that here. Opponent plays another Gohar, right? So they have 2 Gohars. But again, they have a harder time hitting the crystals now. I don't think I care about this. They might have Ledros, right? So they might have Ledros, so I think I'm gonna just actually start blocking damage here. I have to also be careful about Ruination, so maybe we don't commit the second Mischievous Marai for a while. Because I don't want to give them a really good Ruination, right? Draw solo? Okay, so they're just gonna go for a lot of draw. Tantric? So that's the... They don't get anything, but they could still have a Gohar. Let's go ahead for the blue card. Let's go ahead for the blue card. I know this Twisted Fate doesn't have a lot of long time in this world, but I feel like I like the draw here. We open attack and push 6, I guess, and start setting it up to potentially have lethal later. I mean, we don't need to open attack though, do we? We might not need to open attack. What if we just go here? I feel like there is a chance. There is a chance that we might get something crazy if we play that one, right? If we go Hunt the Weak, there is a chance that we could actually hit like a Ledros if the opponent doesn't have any more cats in their hands. So I'm gonna pretend that the only card that they have in their hand is Ledros. Okay, so there's a full spell hand. That still gives me the information, right? It's a full spell hand. I'm probably gonna try to go for the Burble Fish. I wish I had, like, damage that I could... Like, if I had, like, a... Tantric? Tantric over Quicken. The Quicken costs 0. I'm thinking maybe the gift is better. I wish I had like a make it rain, right? Okay, if you're gonna go here, I'm actually gonna bounce this back so that I don't have to deal with the Battlefield target. Opponent has pack your bags enable. But what I'm looking for here is that I'm looking to just press as much damage as I can with the Burble Fish. Oh, imagine if this was 3 mana. Which means that maybe we go here. I just want to also heal up, just in case. If the opponent doesn't play pack to start next turn, then this is gonna deal a lot of damage. If we get the warning shot or a make it rain, that also does the trick. Just set them low as much as possible. Force them to have a way to kill this powder keg, otherwise they just take the damage from the Twisted Fate. Okay, make it rain does it.
You dropped something.
I dropped everything.
We lose the second one. We go Red Card. Yeah, we just go Rekka, right? We go Rekka, force the opponent to get rid of the kegs. They try to get rid of the keg, we play Make It Rain. And they need to find another way to get rid of the keg. If they have it, they have it. So they need to top deck a Mystic or another Crystal. They got it. Oh, they got the second Crystal, which actually gets rid of my whole board. That's unfortunate. We could dig. We could dig for the warning shot, right? So we do have the warning shot that could have been an answer. We end up not hitting it though. So now I'm gonna need a lot of answers here. Is the Glorious Evolution ever correct? Is the Glorious Evolution ever correct? Or is it just formula? Maybe it's just Anakaboros, right?
Gotta trust your instincts.
Yeah, maybe it's just Anakaboros. That second crystal from the jump solo when they only had 2 crystals in the whole deck was actually pretty nutty. They get to push 2 here.
Do I have to?
They could have access to pack for next turn. If I get Seraphine, I'm okay. If the opponent has... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go for the Glorious Evolution. It lets me still play the Poro Cannons, right? I think that's fine, right? That means you don't have any units? We lose our draw, but I mean, we do have the Progress Day. If you actually play this, then I just win, right? So I just win the game now? Yeah, this is just game. Yeah, opponent just gave me the win unless you have a way to deal with these Poros. Ah, that's unfortunate for them. If they don't have a way to deal with these Poros, it kind of sucks for them, right? Yeah, we just play, like, we play all our Silver Cost spell and just go from there. They actually helped us by joining us into it. That was a little bit scary. That was an interesting deck from the opponent. GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Heimerdinger Jayce. So, unfortunately, against Heimerdinger Jayce, we do lose the Mischievous Marai to, like, the removal. I still think we tried to go for it, though. I still think it's correct to go for it. The Seraphine is a little bit too early. I don't want to play Seraphine until later in the game when she's actually leveled up. The Mischievous Marai at least doesn't die to a Shock Blast. So that's good. But it does lose to a Vengeance. So this helps us level up Seraphine as well, which is nice. I'm willing to pass here. I don't think I need to rush. Don't think I'm in any rush here, right? If the opponent plays the turrets, okay, it's just gonna, wow, he's just gonna go for a formula straight up. Let's play the Encore. You know what? Let's play the Encore. Do I just play the Seraphine now? You know what? Let's just play the Seraphine now. It's probably a mistake, by the way, to play her. Because the opponent could have Jayce here. What are you doing here? Maybe the opponent's trying to go for Mystic into Quietus is what they were looking for. So the Jayce is a problem. The Jayce dies now. Vengeance means that I can play the Mischievous Marai for free. The turrets are just gonna die to the Make It Rain. But of course not, because the opponent just happens to get the freaking tough turrets, right? So I'm gonna just go here. Again, at this point, we're gonna just try to level up the Seraphine. And this is a very quick way to level her up. We have 2 options. We could just slap the Make It Rain. Or we could just slap the heal. Slap it again. And there we go. We kill the second turret. I would like to play the Mischievous Marai here, but I'm concerned about Thermogenic Beam. If we play it slow, we can just level up Seraphine. I think we pass first. See what the opponent has to do. Opponent hasn't played their heads, their 3-drop, and there it is. Question, I still think it's the Mischievous Marai. Obviously, opponent could have Battle Feast or Mystic Shot for this guy to stop the Make It Rain. But at least I'm fading out that answer, right? They have to have the answer. They have to have the answer. Seraphine is not that far away from leveling up. We can go Make It Rain first. That kills that turret. Vengeance. So we go Make It Rain first. Let the opponent decide. If they want to kill this powder keg, then we just slap the Mystic Shot on the Headstack Handler. If they do nothing, we can just play Viktor as well. Just take the 4. I think I just take the 4. I think I like playing Viktor here. And next time just leveling up Seraphine. So Seraphine is about to be leveled up here. We play the Viktor, we get the Overwhelm. Even if the opponent has a second Hextech Handler, the Mystic Shot still kills it. Heavy Metal is not bad. We can hit Splitterator to kill their Albus Pharaohs. They're gonna go for the Vengeance here. Alright, so they're going for the Vengeance here. Do we just level her up right now? I guess there's answers that we can find here, right? There's a lot of answers that we can find here. I like the draw. I don't hate the Heavy Metal. The Trojan doesn't do anything for us, right? Yeah, the Trojan doesn't do anything for us, unfortunately. So regardless, we might not... That's fine. Regardless, we might not even get to level her.
A great mind must never idle.
Let's just go here. Ideally, we still get the Viktor, right? To present so much damage. We lose the Seraphine. But next time we're drawing 2. Viktor is going to level up here. We kill the Headstack Handler with the Heavy Metal. We get Challenger 2. This Viktor's gonna get Humongous. Doesn't matter. We go here. The only downside is that we cannot attack with the... We cannot attack with the Viktor. Because we have Overwhelm, but we don't have anything else. We can play Haunted Relic here. Just push the damage, because why not? It costs 0. I'm not scared of the Hextech Handler yet, by the way. We can still kill it. I'm wondering if it's actually correct to pull that, though. I think I prefer doing the Piltovian Tailstone and just draw, depending on what the opponent goes for here. If the opponent goes for the turrets...
Unacceptable outcome.
We could start here first. Or we could just go ahead Splitterator, but then we're like tapping out of answers. I think I like starting with the Coral Creatures. Just have blockers. I have a safe way to have blockers. Flash of Brilliance, unfortunately, does get them some good outs. If the opponent tries to get greedy, we can go like this. And go Wrecker. They could have another Flash of Brilliance, for example, or another 3-cost spell. That's the only thing that scares me here. I might just take this damage. I think I'm actually going to take the draw. So I think it's more correct to take the draw. Set up the Make It Rain on the Apex turret. I should have just probably done... Because obviously I couldn't do the Make It Rain and the Heavy Metal at the same time. So that's the only unfortunate part. Let them kill this, I guess? Quietus? Alright. If that's the case, I'm just going to drop this Make It Rain now. So that we have a higher chance of hitting the turret. We don't hit it. And now I think we're in a little bit of trouble. So I do think we're in a little bit of trouble now just because we missed that. We don't have to play this advanced intel right now, but it doesn't hurt to do it. Gives them a higher chance. This is probably the only time to do it anyways. Spell shield is huge. Spell shield is huge, means that I don't lose to the vengeance right away. So I'm not losing to the vengeance right away. We can play this jailbreak now, or we can just wait to actually draw. Like, it doesn't matter, right? We have the overwhelm and the challenger, so we can pull. As long as the opponent doesn't have battle feast plus vengeance, I think we're fine. I might opt to draw first. So the only punish here that I have is battle feast plus vengeance. I'm gonna opt to draw first. If we can draw the Seraphine, then she will cost 1, and then we can just duplicate the jailbreak. I like it how we hit both. Maybe we go here first, actually.
Another brilliant design.
Just play the head score upgrade, see what they do. It has to be battle feast plus vengeance. Regen. Maybe we don't have enough creative spells though to actually get there.
Tomorrow has never looked so good.
We might not have enough to actually get there.
I fight for a brighter.
So again, we could go for the progress day. Progress day costs 7. If we get a Seraphine or something similar, we're fine. And there we go. We got the Seraphine that we were looking for.
Let's change the world.
The problem is that we don't have anything that can copy except for the jailbreak. But the jailbreak is good because it gives me 2 blockers. I could just attack face, right? Oh, so this is lethal now. I'm gonna be off by 1, but it does mean that, yeah, we were gonna be off by 1, but it does mean that we could have just, like, even if we don't get the elusive there, right? We get to pull with the Viktor and then have a mystic shot. The only problem there is that then the mystic shot gets punished. No, it doesn't, because we haven't played any other mystic. Did we play another mystic shot that game? I can't remember. But if we didn't play another mystic shot that game, then the mystic shot gets doubled up by the Seraphine, and that lets us win, even through a battle feast. Because we got the elusive, we put the opponent at 1 HP, so we're able to beat the battle feast anyway. So GG's. In this match, we're going against, looks to be Twisted Fate, and they also play the Mischievous Marai, but looks like they're playing more of the OTK version, right? So they're playing more of the OTK version, which is gonna be interesting here. And can I go from there? We do have our own Mischievous Marai, and the Twisted Fate is nice, because what I need to do is make sure that they cannot actually get to the point where... There's 2 options. We can either kill the Marais as soon as they come down, or we can make sure that we kill their kegs before the opponent can actually keep them online on their field. We don't have a great way to deal with the Marai just yet until we have our own Marai on the field, though.
We're playing a different game.
That's a nice line. Playing a different game. That's sad. Alright, come on. Our hand is not great. Our hand is not great, admittedly. We can go Jailbreak, I guess, next turn, right? This is a blocker. Yeah, let's just go Jailbreak and also advances the Seraphine at the Viktor. That's not a bad blocker, because it gives me another unit in my hand. And we just keep the Twisted Fate. Okay, cool. Let's see what we get. Stinky one, great. You have a second Make It Rain. I'm okay eating up this Make It Rains now, by the way. So eating up these Make It Rains now is okay with me, because it means less Make It Rains when the opponent actually has the Mischievous Marai on the field, right? Like, what I'm concerned about is the Mischievous Marai on the field. Wow, they're going all in. They're just trying to push damage and put me in a spot where they get to like hit me down and then just OTK me, right? So this is gonna be 3 damage. If we don't get our own Make It Rain, we're kind of in a bad spot, but we get static instead. If the opponent tries to develop, we can also just go Twisted Fate. I think it's worth it to get rid of that 2 damage. It's also giving me a draw, so why not? Because I really need to find an answer, right? I don't have any removal. for their Mischievous Marai. I don't want to take that 2 damage. The more that we get... Okay, perfect. So Make It Rain is great because that means that we can get some value from playing our own Marai, even if she's gonna die first.
What's the water like?
Additionally, opponent just set it up so that we can kill their Sap Sprayfin. We get Seraphine, but she's pretty far from leveling up. Whatever the opponent plays here, right? I think we can just slap the Make It Rain, right? But if the opponent has their own 3rd Make It Rain, then they punish my Make It Rain because they get rid of the kegs. So that's the only thing here, right? I get punished by the kegs. By the opponent being able to get rid of the keg. So what if we just pass? If the opponent wants to not play anything here, I think I'm okay with that.
Let's do this.
And then we just slap the Make It Rain and tell the opponent, do you have the answer? So they need to have our own Make It Rain. Doesn't look like they have it.
Try again.
If they have their keg here, I want the opponent to think that I have a way to get rid of their Marai, which we cannot do, by the way.
Deal me in.
Okay, so the opponent didn't have a way to actually get value, so that's okay. I might actually choose to draw here. That triggers my Drum Solo.
Or played one.
So I'm gonna choose to draw. That triggers my Drum Solo for next turn. We can go Seraphine here.
Fix my stage first or my lyrics. So much to do.
And maybe we actually go for the Twisted Fate level up, depending on how this goes right here. So we start with the Drum Solo. We can go here. Just push 2 damage. Opponent's trying to look for the lethal, right? So they're trying to play...
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Okay. As long as how do I lose? As long as I have this Caustic Rift, how do I lose? I don't know that there is a way for me to lose. Okay, so we need to kill this guy. This is not enough. We need to actually go ahead and play the Bloodbait and play the Caustic Rift. And if the opponent doesn't have a way to remove this keg, I think we're in a good spot. I need to get rid of this Mischievous Marai though. I cannot let her stand. If she stands, the opponent wins. Unfortunately, we are getting a pretty bad card. Like the whole deck relies on the Mischievous Marai. Opponent probably has the unlimited spell, right? That not unlimited. Oh, and they missed the allegiance too. Yep. Bye bye. GG's. If that wasn't enough, I mean, they were never winning. By the way, we were gonna level up Twist of Fate, and after that, we got rid of the Mischievous Marai. They were losing anyway. So GG's. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's games. Do you see what I'm talking about? We got to see kind of the hard roll where we got to just burst speed the opponent because of the one-off warning shot and having the Seraphine and the double Mischievous Marai on the field. The kegs just grow so fast, and it's just boom, just like that. Big Mystic shot, almost taking them all the way. I guess it took them all the way to 0, but it wasn't exactly 20. I think it was like what? I think it was like 14, 15 damage. Still pretty ridiculous. Otherwise, you kind of see what this deck is about. It's kind of getting a lot of value through the PNC and Bilgewater package, pushing a lot of damage that way. If you're able to get your Mischievous Marai to stick, it's really hard for the opponent to keep anything on the board because it makes your Make It Rains and your Caustic Rift just so efficient of removal because of how cheap they are and how much damage they're doing because of the kegs. Aside from that, though, I mean, it's really complicated deck in my opinion. You have to really understand where to place some spells, where sometimes you can hold back mana, what you can actually do to kind of trade with your opponent, and I'm still kind of getting the hang of that. In terms of Mulligan though, to begin with and kind of get you on the right path, I do like searching for the Mischievous Marai. I think Mischievous Marai is just so good in this deck. Obviously, I also like keeping Viktor because earlier you have Viktor, the nicer you can set it up. And then depending on the matchup, if I need early blockers, I'm keeping Coral Creatures. If I'm going against aggro, I can probably keep a Caustic Rift or something similar, or Make It Rain that can get rid of their 1-drops. The rest is going to be matchup dependent, but I definitely like looking for Viktor, looking for the Mischievous Marai, and kind of going from there depending on who you're going against. Those two cards generally tend to be pretty good regardless of the situation. Any strategies that I can think of for this deck, it's hard to tell. I'm still learning it a lot, but again, I feel like there's something solid here. The Glorious Evolution might feel a little bit awkward at first. Maybe this is something that we look to potentially remove, or maybe at least cut it to just one of. but still experimenting. Don't know how the Burrowfish are also feeling either. They're nice if you had the Glorious Evolution around, but it feels like a little bit too win more. I might actually commit more for stuff like back Alibar, etc. to just get even more reduction to make this deck even crazy. That'll be it for me today though. Hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.